Oh, hey now, what's going on, party people? In a place to be. So I was on point, and then stuff happens, distracting. But oh, bummer. Is that the right? It's not the right one. Hold on. I used my phone to record a piece showing these cameras and microphones and stuff. But I found it's a whole lot easier to stream and capture than it is to copy and upload and yada yada. So what I'm going to try to do, if it works, is connect my phone as a USB device to transfer files. This usually tells me I can't do it, but then it figures it out. Unfortunately, it's a janky government phone, and so where's it at? Last time I remember, it showed up on the desktop, but maybe it's keeps coming up disconnected. Okay, so I don't care how slow it charges, I just care if the USB connects, and it doesn't seem to want to. Which is, it's it's harshing my mellow, yo. Transfer files, yes please. It opened, success. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this file from the phone to my computer. Then I can play the video that's on the phone, which becomes a live stream. In theory, although I just recorded it with my phone because I'm talking about that camera, and I could take it to a mirror, but that doesn't really work, does it? And why doesn't this allow me to see all of the files? Show hidden files. It says it's allowing me to transfer. Maybe I can just do this instead, and it'll just find the video. I'm not sure. We're kind of testing my computer's multitaskability as well. I'm seeing 10% drop frame rate, it looks like. And I might have to go about this in a different way because of this janky connector. I've done it before, so I'm not exactly sure why it's having an issue. But I guess it's very, very... There's a slim, thin... Oh, here we go. SD card. DCIM. Camera. Videos. Show me view. I bet you I need to put that over here so you can see it, because you might not be able to see it unless it's over here. I'm not even sure you can see it if it's over there, huh? Oh yeah, now you can see it. You might not have could have before. But view list. And if you're confused, I use Linux because it's free operating system. And, fuck Windows. Yeah, this is be the one.
Bow wow, chicky chicky, bow wow, chicky chicky, bow wow. Intro music. This about it.
Work.
Hey now. What's that? Redo that.
No, that didn't last long, did it? How about we just copy it and we'll go over here and paste it on the desktop. Paste. And then I'll just play it, yeah, you know what I mean? Mostly my concern is I don't want to get into the jankiness of what that is down there. Is probably the, I don't know how else I can put it. Is this where this is supposed to be? Yeah, this is where this is supposed to be, and it's not happening. So my computer tells me that I'm streaming. I see where I think I should be streaming to, and yet it is not streaming anywhere. Okay, this says I'm streaming. Here, how about we do it this way? Oh, because I'm on the other channel. Okay, never mind. Oh, how about we just go here? I don't know. I'm not sure if I've ever done this. I'm trying to tell Twitter that I'm live streaming. Oh, no, hell no. No, screw all of that. I just wanted you to go there so I could see it. So how about I copy the link? Close that. I go there. I go here. Oh, wait, no, I go here and I paste and go. That looks like me. Oh, wait, no, I go. That looks like now. Here and I paste and go. All right, then. So now I gotta figure out how to get this to dude, like man. Wait, no, I go. That looks like now. Here and I paste and go. I better mute that. All right, then. Who was Dude Man? Bobby TV or some shit like that, right? Bobby BTV. Videos. Where was the... Oh, live. Alright then, there you are. See if dude catches this while I get some coffee. I just met this cat, Bobby BTV, shout out, doing a stream. I actually, when they took, when Kill Tony took Casey Rocket off from being the opener and they brought back Bombs Kim, I was done. I mean, I'm all for immigration, but we have more than enough idiotic redneck racists here. Why do we need to import them or bring them in from Korea? I don't get that. But you know, however, I don't go and argue about it. I just stop watching. And then today, I always get a reminder on the Twitter sphere from Red Band. And I saw it with Sam Talent, who's from Denver, which is kind of close to where I live, in Boulder. And I know that he doesn't like Bombs Kim either. And he doesn't, how can I put it? Other people that are guests on Kill Tony may not like him, but won't have the balls to say anything. Sam does not have that problem. That's a good thing for Sam. He's able to just do his deal. So yeah, anyway, Bobby B did this thing, and I got to chatting with him because I was actually watching and listening to the Boulder Buffs guy on DNVR, and I brought it up to them. Some people, in that see you buffs, like I spend a lot of time at home watching the internet. If you see any of my YouTube clips from or sets from when I was at Comedy Works, you'd realize that it's like all real. All I do is smoke weed and watch YouTube. Here you kind of see my little studio. Give you a little nickel tour. Down here we have a. When COVID happened, I stopped drinking beer and I put my money into shitty computers. So that's a G2 tower. It's my better machine. Over there's a G1 tower, and then that's a G1 small form. That's a desktop. That's actually not hooked up right now. And then I got another one up there, and some big monitors, and my laptop for traveling. And then this here, check this out. I can. Oh, the cable's not long enough. But this is the case for this, and the video I'm trying to. Where is that at? Oh no, it's that. Okay. The video I'm trying to get transferred over with my phone is going over this camera and that microphone. This microphone is just it's good, but it's a crappy little $20-$30 USB microphone. My travel stuff, let me think. This and that was less than 300, almost for sure. Maybe a little more with the rechargeable batteries and then a charging station. And then I got a $150 little crappy laptop for doing any editing if I'm out and doing stuff. But I'm going to need to get coffee. I'm going to need to get, I'm going to need to do some other stuff. So hang out. If and when anyone shows up, I'm here. And if not, I'm still testing this stuff. Oops. Brought to you by Ball. Excuse me. I actually scored this. Usually I roll joints. Got a little rolling skateboard down there. Rolling tray. Skateboard concave works perfect for being a rolling tray. Or so I learned back in the day. I wonder if that ever transferred. I could, excuse me, stop watching this. Excuse me. That doesn't look like it.
Bow wow, chicky chicky bow wow, chicky chicky bow wow. In.
That's not it. Not it. Unable to mount. Well, bullshit, you were right there. I was just had you opened. Sorry, it's a little bit frustrating. I still didn't get my copy yet, but I got to get this dang file copied over. Yeah, I don't care. Again, maybe that's why. Transfer files. There's the thing. It didn't open up. So now I'm going to go to transfer photos and Does it open up now? Delete that because it's garbage. Why are you not working, Bart Nugget? FTP. The phone opens, but then it doesn't access. DCIM camera. No. Videos. Copy. Paste. Why is this 65 meg in a trash can? Maybe those were deleted from before. I don't know. We'll see. I've been monitoring and look at. Maybe it worked.
Bow wow, chicky chicky, bow wow, chicky chicky, bow wow. Intro music.
I'm not editing
Stop
intro
and
music
think
yet,
about it.
obviously.
Hey now. What's that?
Redo that. Oh, I guess that wasn't the one that I wanted, huh? That's funny. Oops, wrong button. Close that. Go back to here. Go back to here. Go to. I almost want to think that it should have gone into movies and recordings, but it didn't. Documents, camera, date modified. Why does this say trash? That like bothers me. It shouldn't be trashed. Maybe it'll just play it. Oh yeah, I don't want that. I know what that is. I want something from today with the longer one. Oh, here, 1 gigabyte. That's the one I want.
Bow wow, chicky chicky, bow wow, chicky chicky. Intro music.
Such a
Wow,
dork.
chicky chicky. What's up, party people? Clem Hawkins here. So check it. I met this kid in Austin. Speaking of which, say shout out to homegirl.
Dang, my camera is all
Yeah.
chanked up.
So anyway,
That's my phone.
how do I put this? Give me a sec.
I guess it's always good to do it like this because, I mean, it looks kind of interesting, but I wouldn't
All right.
have
We're
liked
hoping
it
that
to
this
be
is
that
working.
way.
I'm going to spin this back around.
Like I didn't
so
do
you
it on
can see
purpose
what I'm
because
talking
it's all
about.
funky looking, but why is it not going full screen like I want it to? There.
This is a blurry. Why is this camera so poor? Sorry, I'm using my crappy little Android phone so you can see this stuff. This is a Q2N. It's a video
I'm
camera.
gonna get coffee while you
It
guys
has
catch
two
up.
AA batteries on the bottom. It has
Oh, shoot.
external
I
out
just realized.
here and a USB connector. I met this
Rewind.
kid. Bow wow, chicky chicky, bow wow, chicky chicky. Intro music. Bow wow, chicky chicky. What's up, party people? Clem Hawkins here. So check it. I met this kid in Austin. Speaking of which, say shout out to homegirl. Yeah. So anyway, how do I put this? Give me a sec.
What happened? Did I miss something?
All right. We're hoping hoping this is working. I'm going to spin this back around so you can see what I'm talking about. This is a blurry. Why is this camera so poor? Sorry, I'm using my crappy little Android phone so you can see this stuff. But this is a Q2N. It's a video camera. It has two AA batteries on the bottom. It has external out here and a USB connector, so you can connect it to a computer for a USB camera or webcam. It has headphones out, and this is a mic in, which means that, as you can see, it's on a selfie stick. So I can extend that to be really long, right? And I can hold it way out there. The one thing that I don't have currently to go into this hole would be a Bluetooth lavalier microphone. The lavalier microphone enables you to have this camera anywhere, and it's always perfect microphone placement on your lapel or what have you. The other thing for podcasters I'm going to recommend is this thing. Both of these are by the same company, Zoom, and the two of them together on Amazon, I probably spent less than $300. Okay, so it's super duper high quality stuff coming from a lifetime sound engineer music head. This is a foam cover. It was originally designed for this, as I might show you. On the back here, this also has microphone in right here. But you can see there it says mic in. This again, this is perfect for podcasting as well as for recording audio in, for example, clubs like Comedy Works, where they don't really like you having these because they charge the comedians to sell it to them. But they usually are okay with using these at the sound booth or whatever, so you get perfect room. And what's important is this microphone configuration is essentially the same microphone configuration as this. Inside of here is essentially the same microphone components that are inside of these capsules. The one difference you can tell is the direction that they point. Except these are both designed by music recording and electronical companies. These are designed for live audio production. So hearing audio in a room quality or outdoors does well. What's most important about
if
this
somebody shows
is
up, hi.
it has 4 inputs for XLR or 1/4-inch microphones, so it's perfect for podcasting. Just like this, it has an out to a computer, as well as the memory card storage for recording in multiple tracks. What you can do with this means you can set this camera up, and what I do, you can see that I've modified my handle there with a little bit of gaffer's tape, and I stick it in a microphone stand, and I make sure that this is tight. And with that, I can connect it to my computer, and by connecting it to the computer, that enables me to
I didn't realize how
use it as webcam, but also I can use the readout from here to the computer. Now, in previous recordings, which I may or may not have published, and I'm putting this in here just because it's in my kit.
Would work. The screens are all jank.
Those are stereo Y connectors. There's 2 of those. There's 2 little bitty jumpers.
Stuff, especially
stereo.
Recording for
those
a
are
while.
8-inch.
I just
And
never
then 2 of these.
because
These are similar types of Y connectors. Those are all in case I choose to connect microphones to here, to there, because not always, if you use a single lavalier mic, some of those that you purchase will plug into here, might be a single channel, might be a double channel, but just in case, this allows you at least 2 microphone inputs extra into here.
All right, I'm going to pause it right there because I have another friend that does audio stuff. I know him as a writer, as a friend, as of being a friend of a writer, but he also does like audio voice stuff. Anyway. It's probably most important to point out. I'm hearing like a really, really high pitched something, so I think there might be an issue. Anyway, on the camera itself, there's a green headphone out and a red microphone line in. A headphone signal, like this right here, has a headphone signal. That means that it comes from a preamp and a volume level and a digital to analog converter. So if I were to hook this headphone jack out into the mic line in on the camera, it would essentially could blow that channel out, because this is an amplified signal that's expecting in the red thing a line level signal. Same as with this, it expects a line level signal or a microphone signal or an instrument signal, something that's not amplified. You can use these types of things if you understand what you're doing, but you have to either reduce, eliminate, or negate using EQ this amplification, turning it extremely down, because you have to know that the line level signal is it can't be too high of a frequency, otherwise it doesn't register right. It's too loud, it just becomes distortion. The best way of doing this for a podcasting situation, if you were to use both, like for your live situation, is that you take the live out here phone, the H6, set it to a multi-track recording, and then you connect it to your computer here, which will then allow you to connect it using the microphone and the other channels through your, in my case, OBS software. OBS also runs essentially all the incoming signals, and then puts all of those, like a video mixer, into the outgoing signal that is your stream or what have you to YouTube. Now, that's still on, and I have this up here. I don't need this up here. Oh, I can just continue, because that was the correction.
Or into the side of this. What's important, and few people maybe, oh, and here's my long jumper. I think I showed you the wind microphone thing, and it will fit on here, and it will also fit on here. Not easily, but it fits. And this is really important. People don't understand that this really changes the way that the sound is outside when there's a breeze. If you put a microphone foam cover like this, either on this or on this,
Dude didn't show
what you're
up.
going to get
Why is my thing so
is
blurry on
the noise of the wind blowing across this. Same thing if it's just raw
144
or bare or empty. But when this happens, these little bristles slow down the wind so it doesn't make noise going across it. It breaks the wind pattern. But these highly recommended. This extremely recommended, especially for podcasters. And what few people are aware of is the notion that there are actual strategies and techniques. I'm hoping you can see me. That's on the thing. What I would normally do, here's the deal. This has an out for USB. This has an in for
yeah, I think
8
this
inch.
is the part that I just told you. I already said that stuff. Well, anyway, dude didn't show up, which is fine. Didn't expect him to right away. But I wanted to get this out for a couple of reasons. Mostly, dang it, to continue to test. I've been having mixed results, to be real honest. If I could afford, I used to have like my own internet. Now I have to use Wi-Fi because I live on disability, and I'm not allowed to earn money, and internet costs money. And so, in today's market or business or whatever you'd call it, God, this is janky as hell, dude. I hope it shows up on this channel better. Oh, it's not even live anymore. I might have to do this all over, but at least this is up there for a beginning. Now I'll just watch that screen to wait until the camera moves. Now the reason that I tried to get this out to folks like, where's my other thing? There, that works. Recently in Colorado, there's been a lot of attention and outsiders pretending to be insiders. YouTube, there's leeches everywhere that are just trying for the easy way around it. As far as I can tell, there's maybe, I would almost say less than a handful, but 5 or 10 local. And when I say local, I mean Boulder. There's probably maybe as many as 20 people with media credentials I seem to regularly see or hear on the interviews. But there is a small handful of people, including DNVR, which are supposedly, I don't know, they seem to be a pretty big and well organized group. They have a bar, the business people seem to know what they're doing. And they also make those same, like, oh, this must be some kind of corporate foul up type of errors. So they're, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I view of them more as like Channel 9 or Channel 7, some local newscaster more than a podcaster. But anyway, if the podcasters had quality sound covering the interviews, I can watch 5 different 5 different podcasts, 5 different camera angles, 5 different local channels about the Buffaloes, obviously our local football team. If you aren't living under a rock, you've heard of them. I'm just gonna assume that my thing, I can't fix it if it's janky. I see green on the thing. That's red again, so maybe not. I don't know. I ain't stressing on it. I did want to put this out because the Bobby kid brought it out of me, and I know how people can be. They say, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll hit you up." I mean, I remember I traveled all the way to Austin. I hit all of the open mics for a couple 3 days. I met all the comedians. I went to one of the open mics where I think it was actually at the Sunset Strip, where it was nothing but open micers. And all of the early showers signed up, laughed at their own jokes, did everything you shouldn't do as a performer, looking at their phone, reading notes, just every conceivable what a idiot does, and then instantly leave. So at the end, there was me and 2 other people, and or at least there was about 10 people in the room at the end. But 2 of the guys came up, and we got to talking just about the idea that if you don't have business like merchandise, you're not in show business. You're just all show and noise, and you're no business. The point of being show is to give you a gift shop avenue to the business. The show is almost always a distraction and rarely makes as much as the merchandise. And that goes from a van, like a 4-piece rock band, like shoved in a van or in multiple vehicles going to shows at the local big clubs to try to get your name out there, so to speak. Of course, when I was doing that, it was right after the grunge explosion in the 90s. And so, although at the time our genre fit, I learned the sad mistake. It's so funny because I almost think I'm going to meet this person sometime in the future, maybe. But long and the short of it, at or after a show we did in St. Louis, I think it was at the High Point, might have been at Cicero's. I met a girl who was on the board for entertainment in someplace in Colorado. I think it might have been Fort Collins. They were going to pay us as a band to travel to Fort Collins to perform, to stay here, then to get back home. So we're getting a trip there paid for, performance paid for, trip back paid for, which meant we as a band had an entire tour set up and ready and paid for. And when I went to the band with the news, thinking they would all be thrilled about it, two of them decided that they didn't want to risk their day job. So you had spent, 3 years in a basement, moldy, dungy garage in a warehouse, doing shows, playing shows, organizing shows, even, what would you call it? Promoting an entire food drive for the food bank and big concert with 24/7 Spies as the headliner and our band as the co-headliner type. It was a fun time, and yet they didn't want to risk their day jobs. So today, here we are. I'm 50 some odd years old, 56. That was when I was 23. So 56, 46, 36, 26, 33 years ago. Couple, give or take a couple, three. And I don't know what they're up to, but I had a nice, interesting long trip between then and now. And maybe when I get all of this figured out, the whole idea is I'll get around to telling you them stories, because I don't particularly like people, but when I meet them and they are interesting, it often inspires me to share interesting stories. People have regularly told me I have interesting stories. They've regularly told me that I have an interesting way of looking at things, or different, maybe. That's too much. That was too interesting. Not enough. Not different enough. But that I have a different way of looking at things. One girl back in Santa Fe, it was like 2008 or something like that, 10. Just out of the blue came up and said, "You should be a writer." And I go, "Why do you say that?" She goes, "Well, you just have a different way of looking at things. It's a different perspective. It's not normal." And I go, "Well, I don't know what normal is. All I know is how I look at things, and the way I look at things isn't different." But I think it was the sixth grade I realized the how do you call it? The programming formula for American citizens. You know what I mean? Like, go to school so we can program you to this time schedule, and you'll be used to having short intervals of work and break intermixed with a lunch. And you get up, you go to school, recess, go to school, lunch, go to school. Same as get up, go to work, smoke break, go to work, lunch, go to work, right? Off the clock. But then you gotta go to work, smoke break, go to work, right? Happy hour, play with, which is an adult way of playing with your friends while your kids are at home playing with their friends in the neighborhood. Go home, right? Make dinner, check their homework, TV, dinner, sleep, repeat. So I do that from when I'm 6 until I'm 18 in high school, and then I'm supposed to, if my dad has a job where I can afford to take a loan out on a college education, I'll use air quotes, education. All that means is the money that I will make based on that education's career would allow me to pay it back. Most of the jobs that I've seen in life, you get paid the most money for doing the jobs other people won't do, not the jobs everybody wants to do. The job everybody wants to do usually isn't a job for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that there's connections and maybe there's influences from Greek philosophy, Stoicism, and such, but it wasn't really on purpose. A lot of the stuff that I discovered, I honestly discovered on accidents. It's like, oh shit, I didn't realize that. I think it was Plato said something similar to something I thought was my own original idea, like back in the day. You only want the person in the president position, the person who doesn't want the job. Like, anybody who wants the job isn't qualified for the job. But that doesn't really make much sense, because then you and the other thing is, why do we insist on having a single individual there? Our population isn't struggling. And whenever I see something about good and evil, right? And for my generation, Gen X, I'll just go with Star Wars. Okay? You got the Empire and the Rebel Alliance. And Rebel Alliance is the good guys, right? That's Luke Skywalker or Mark Hamill. And James Earl Jones was the Darth Vader. Rest in peace. But the reality of that, I mean, that's like the same sides of both coins, because they were of the same family, you know. But it's a question of whether people are trying to do benefit others, benefit themselves. But when you look at that movie, the United States is not represented. How do I put it better way? The Rebel Alliance is not representative of the United States. The Empire is representative of the United States. It's like when I watch Star Trek, to me, I think the whole thing is sort of a joke, because everybody there are people from Earth. Like the Klingons, the warriors, those are us. Those are Americans. Those are humans. Because the cultures and the tribalisms and the ways that they consider strength in a community or as in a leader is similar to the United States. The difference is, in a Klingon's culture, they use actual warfare. In American culture, currently, they use clicks and insults. You know, as long as I have enough dummies to say what I say is right, I know, according to the bell curve, at least half the people are dummies, right? Right? 100 or less. So if you got a room temperature IQ, you probably aren't smart enough to know you have a room temperature IQ, let alone what a room temperature IQ is. However, if you were in the military, you know exactly what room temperature IQ means, because that term comes from when the military used to test for IQ, you had to have an 84 or higher. Otherwise, they thought you would be more of a problem than a benefit. Now, when you think about the Army, there are people that cook food, clean places, play music, fight, do planes, fix any, you know what I mean? A lot of smart guys, a lot of dumb guys. You don't got to be a smart guy to do potatoes. Now, you got to be an organized guy or girl to, like, say, run a kitchen or a galley on a ship. You got to have hella organizational skills. Maybe not the best cooking or presentation skills, because you're cooking for masses, not for single individuals. I doubt you concern yourself much with plating in that. I don't know. My service industry experience comes out. But my point is, if, in this whole, we'll tie it up, if you use decent equipment, you don't have to be great at what you do. You just have to be sincere and let the equipment carry the message. When you use the wrong equipment, it's like you shoot yourself in the foot. You know what I mean? Like, heaven forbid I had $10,000 I could just spend on something that was a studio gear. You know what I mean? I would still buy the same microphone camera combo, because I know that company. I know, most importantly, the biggest problem on YouTube is that the audio sucks. Now, I can give you an example. I think I should be able to. Maybe not. Maybe when I'm streaming, I can't adjust these things because I don't see the camera up. Oh, here I can do it this way. So right now I'm using the microphone right in front of my face, right? Check 1, 2. How loud is that? So that's the microphone on the H2N, and now you can see that this is both of them, and that should be only that microphone. The reason I like this microphone camera combo is because it was designed by musicians for musicians. It's supposed to be, it is durable. It can handle drunk musicians clunking around in cases or bags or what have you. But most importantly, it's designed to capture the sound of an entire room evenly at a flat frequency. Same with that microphone combo. The preamps, the equipment, all of the D to A converters are of the top of our technology. And that technology has been, oh, I keep doing this. That technology I don't know what's going on, but my USB microphone seems to be acting funky. And it could be my OSB. It took me a while. I had this other camera. You can't see it on there, but I have this other camera over here. And originally I had problems. Sometimes it would work on some things, other times it wouldn't. I didn't realize that camera itself is designed specifically for USB 3, which is the obvious. For those that should know, it's the blue USB port. It's faster. So anyway, it wasn't working with some stuff, so I got this camera for other purposes, but also so I can record shows and use that. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this stream because I don't know what the quality's like. Kid didn't show up, but now I have this video to use for anybody out there who might appreciate a little assistance with. I could probably do another one, right? And then oh no, I wasn't gonna do that. I was gonna duplicate that, and then I was gonna make which one? This? No, 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 no. It's gotta be this one, isn't it? Why won't it highlight my little thing there? I don't get that. Maybe it's, oh, there we go. So yeah, I was getting to the sign out part. I got, of course, obvious lag. But if you're doing podcasting, you want things that function well, don't cost a whole lot, but don't be fooled by the affordable price. I think I almost want to just put the camera at 169. It might have been 350. Let's call it 350 with the rechargeable batteries and the charger and the memory card and etc. But still, that price for it's permanent. It always works, and it's always the best quality, sound, audio, video, etc. And with that camera, it's super lightweight, which means I can put it on. I have it on that selfie stick, which means that I can hold it and have it 4 to 5 feet maybe at a distance from me or any source or above a crowd looking down into a group. And then I put the wind protector thing on it. The best part about those things is if it's not windy, it doesn't make much of a difference. If it is windy, it helps a lot. So that's my stream. Hope it helps. And I'm not really sure how I have my stuff configured on my YouTube, but if you can't find me, I'm at Smile High Comedy on the Twitter sphere and on the YouTube. And I think there's got to be a way you can email me. I don't know how. Figure it out. It's your IQ test for the day. Peace. Oh, here, let me do my little bow wow cheeky cheeky thing for